Hello to all of you taking Math 120. College mathematics can be fun at times. We've got a little bit of algebra, so if you like algebra, we're going to touch a little bit of that. This sort of potpourri of mathematics, so if you don't like what's going on one day, you might like it the next day. Alright, my name is Dale Saylor, and frankly, I haven't done a video for over 4 months, so I'm a little bit rusty at this, so hang with me on this. This is Math 120, let's see, fall 2022, obviously, although it's not fall yet. 2 sections, Section 4, Section 1A, Section 4, Monday, Wednesday, Friday, 11:30, Hodge 256, straightforward. The tricky part comes for you folks in Section 1. This is split from the first day, which for me is today. Tuesday, Thursday, we start meeting at 1:40 and go to 255 and Hodge 250. The common part is the Hodge 250. You don't have to worry about going to different rooms. It's always Hodge 250. If you come into the Hodge building, up the stairs, coming from the library, just turn a slight left and you're at Hodge 250. Very simple. Now that's on Tuesday and Thursday, so get it done today, get here on time, you'll be fine. Then on Monday you switch. Mondays and Wednesdays you come at 2:30 instead. Now if you make a mistake and come at 1:40 and wonder where is everyone, that's because you came a little bit early. So if you do, stop by my office, Hodge 228 down the hall. Down the hall to the right, and we can chat for a little bit until class is ready to start. So Tuesday, Thursday starts at 1:40. Monday, Wednesday starts at 2:30. And that's if you're in Section 1. In Section 4, remember, you're okay. 11:30, Monday, Wednesday, Friday. Hodge 256. Okay, moving along. Next, another thing I need to get in practice on doing is setting up the pen in case I want to make some notes on the screen. So I'm going to set the pen and I'm going to stick with red because that usually shows up well. This doesn't show up too well. So on this one, I'm going to change it maybe to black and see if that works a little bit better. I can see that better. Okay, slide 2. My office is in Hodge Center, room 228. If you come in from the library up to the 2nd floor, take a slight, very slight, if any, switch to the right, go the whole way down the hall. Just go around the corner and I'm in the first office on the right. All the way down the hall, first office on the right. Now it's a long hall, so don't stop halfway down and make a detour to the right. That's not going to get you to my office. Go the whole way down to the end till you come to a T. Turn right and I'm on your right hand side. Okay, next. I do live in Spartanburg, South Carolina. Right, there we go. I'm just getting in practice, so bear with me. This is my phone, the one that I've actually got in my pocket right now and in class, although it should be turned off. If you need to, you can remind me, just like you would yourself. Phones off or phones inactive as far as going off in class. Now, if you want to contact me, that's one way to do it. If you really need to get a hold of me fast, that's the fastest way. But not between 11 at night and 7 in the morning, okay? Let's make a deal on that. However, in case I'm busy or something and can't answer right away, the best bet really is one of these emails. The best bet is because not only do I check them often, but also because I'm able to respond using Outlook and various things that I can do in Microsoft Word. So this is the official one right here, the upstate one. Notice it's Saylor O. Even though my name is Dale Saylor, my first initial is O, I just don't use it, period. So Saylor O at uscupstate.edu. However, if we put a star on one of these, it would be on the Saylor Math at outlook.com. So when you go to emailing me, you might want to take a look. This is supposed to be an eyeball. Take a look at Saylor Math at outlook.com. Send that one. That is the one I'll see the quickest, especially if it's after hours. I think that's all for this one. Moving on. Here's a textbook. Now you have a choice, really. I heard that the 6th edition you could get a lot cheaper. That's why I have the 6th edition as your first choice. However, there is a 7th edition, and I've got a copy of that myself, but they should be almost identical. Remember, I said almost. Now, what I've done in the assignments is I've given the page numbers and assignments for the 7th edition. So it could be a little bit different for the 6th edition. So keep that in mind. If you have any doubts or you have any confusions at all, get a hold of me. SaylorMath@outlook.com, and let me know what your confusion is, which numbers, and I should have both textbooks with me, either at school or at home, and I'll check it out for you, okay? So that's the textbook. The other one has a different look entirely. I don't think there are any cows on the front. Let me check here. Just hold on a sec. I stand corrected. 7th edition also has a cow on the front. Don't ask me why. I have no idea. I've never heard. Anyway, moving on. A few things. First of all, the syllabus should already be on Blackboard. If you see any errors on there, let me know and I'll fix it and put the new copy on Blackboard. Let's see. Second of all, that's the syllabus. Make sure that you get the syllabus, print it out, and put it somewhere, maybe with your notes or inside your textbook, wherever you can find it, because that's going to have all the assignments in it for the whole semester. Now the syllabus has about 2/3 of material, and then 1/3 is all about what the assignments are. Next, how do you work this class? Well, first of all, before we even get to the YouTube part, remember, we're working on this together. We together are a team. And our team wants to make an A or a B or whatever you want, passing of course. Now to do that, first of all, you want to check out my YouTube channel, because all of the lessons are going to be videotaped, just like I'm doing with this intro. The lesson will be on YouTube. So first of all, go to YouTube, search for Dale Saylor, that's my name of course. I have a channel, get to that channel, look for under the playlists, on the left hand side, look for the playlist, or wherever it is, I'm not sure. Look for the playlist that says Math 120. There's only one math list playlist for Math 120. You can't go wrong. I've got playlists for calculus at Upstate, for calculus at Wofford, even an old Wofford one. But yours is the only 120, so that should be okay. So YouTube, Dale Saylor channel, playlist 120, Math 120, and then just pick up the next lesson that's ready to go. Usually I try to either at least keep up so that I've got the lesson ready for you before you come to class. Occasionally I might even get ahead and have 2 topics for you. Just take them one at a time. Don't try to jump ahead. That won't help you at all. Excuse me. As soon as you're finished, and you should be taking notes while you're watching, follow each lesson with the exercises listed in the last part of the syllabus. And those exercises will be collected as homework and also as a grade. And I think that's it for this one. So syllabus is on Blackboard, print it out, go to the lessons, go to YouTube, Dale Saylor channel, playlist, Math 120, watch it, do the exercises, and bring it to class. Now, once you get to class, what's the class for if the lessons are on YouTube, right? Well, what the class is for is when you're going through the YouTube video, as you're listening to me, watching, write down any questions you have. I'm not perfect, just as you aren't. There will be things that I don't explain good enough for you. So write the questions down, maybe list page numbers, whatever you need to, exercise numbers. We'll go over those in class. So what we do in class, I walk into class and I'm ready to answer your questions. Anything you ask at all. And remember, one big item, and I'll get to this in a little bit, make sure every time you come to class, you have at least one question ready to ask. That is part of your assignment. That will be part of your grade. Every time you must have at least one question. We'll return to that in a minute. It's an important part of your grade. All right, before we go any further, you might want to have an idea of when I can be found, where I can be found, and that sort of thing. So here is my schedule. You might want to take a screenshot of this, print it out. So first thing on Monday, Wednesday, Friday, I've got a math class at 9:30. Let's see, get my pen working again here. Oops. Somehow check to see whether my pen's working here. Pen, good. All right. So can I print with this? It's acting real strange. So what I'll have to do is I'll just have to use my mouse. Okay. So 9:30 Monday, Wednesday, Friday. I've got a calculus for management and social sciences. It's also called business calculus. That's what I usually refer to it as. It's 122, just in case you're interested. And I have it Monday, Wednesday, Friday, 9:30. Following that, I go back to the office, Hodge 228, at the end of that hall. And I'm there for about an hour until I've got another class. I've got a class at 11:30. And that is one of the Math 120s, either yours or the other one. This first one is in Hodge 256, further down the hall. If you're coming from the library, go up those long steps, come in, turn left, go down the hall. It's the last classroom on the left before you make other turns. I've got that Monday, Wednesday, Friday, just like the first class. Following that class at 12:20, when I'm finished with that class, I've got office hours again for about an hour and a half, and I'll be back in Hodge 228 again. At that time, on Monday, Wednesday, Friday, I've got office hours until about 2:30. And if you're in Math 120A, Section 1, that's in Hodge 250. And that's held on Monday and Wednesday at 2:30. But, big but, that's only Monday, and Wednesday. On Tuesday and Thursday, we start just a little bit later, almost an hour later. On Tuesday and Thursday, we meet at 1:40 today for me, and it lasts till 2:55. So 2:30 on that first day if you're in 1A, then switch to 1:40, 2:30, back to 1:40. The good news for you guys, if you can keep that going for the whole week and get to my class at the right times, at the right place, you have Friday off. Well, let's not say that. You don't really have Friday off because you should be reviewing what you've learned during the week, making sure you're caught up with your assignment, and then you have Friday off. And Saturday, take a look at your notes again, please. Sunday, remember, class is coming up again, so take a look at your notes. All right, let's move on. So the lessons on YouTube, we'll review this again. Go to YouTube, search for Dale Saylor, that's my name, and that gets you to my channel. Look under the playlists. I've got several different playlists, and if it's like my browser, your playlist will be right at the top, so it's easy to find. Under the playlists, look for Math 20, of course, right? Then just pick the video lesson that is next on your list. While you're doing this, take notes. Write down questions. Make a list of those questions you need to ask me in class. If you don't have any yet, make up one, because you need to have at least one question every time you come to class. And it should go without saying, you need to be in class every single class session. Bring those questions with you to get the answers. Most classes, most likely, I'll be asking almost everyone what their question is for the day. You need to have one. Enough said about the lessons and the answers that I'm going to give you on Monday, Wednesday, Friday, or the Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday if you're in the other class. So, assignments. Each section will be covered with a YouTube video. Watch that, take notes, make a list of unresolved questions. If you don't have any unresolved questions, make up one anyway. I want you to be thinking about Math 120 between class sessions. That's the main goal. The actual class sessions are mainly intended for answering your questions, not for lectures. Those are on YouTube. Now the good thing about that is, you might think, well, why aren't you lecturing during class? Because this gives an opportunity for you to work on your homework during class and ask questions as you come to them. Ask any questions you've got. It frees up more time. It doubles the time that you have available to learn whatever we're talking about. Complete the associated assignment that you find at the end of the syllabus. Bring your questions to class, and it will be collected as a homework grade. All right, let's move on. You're responsible for material even if you aren't present. Regardless of what discussion goes on in class, you're still responsible for it. So if you don't know someone in class, find someone, get a new buddy, and if you miss a class because you're sick, you can check with your buddy, what did I miss that really came up as important while I was missing? Also, don't leave class early. If you leave class early, I count you as absent. If you come in class late, I know some of you might be at a distance or you might have a flat tire or something and you get in maybe 5 minutes late or something, make sure you check with me before you leave so I count you as present. Now, here's the new big deal, one you haven't seen before. In fact, I hadn't seen it before either. I stole this idea and adapted it for classes from the internet. I watch a almost daily podcast, and toward the end of the podcast, the person answers a question from one of his viewers. And so about 2/3 of the way into his podcast, he says, okay, it's time for J1Q. That stands for just one question. Now for him, he answers a question that he's seen as a comment on the internet. For us, it's a question that you bring in. You must have a question ready every time you come to class. Even if you have to make up one that you think someone else would ask, have at least one ready. Right off the top of your grade, before you even start the semester, you have got 5 free points on your final grade. You got 5 points already. Now, you have to keep it. And the way you keep it is having just one question every time we meet. If I call on you and you don't have a question, you lose one of those 5 points. You don't want to lose one of those 5 points. Only 2 people last semester ever lost a point. Don't be one of those. Have at least one question when you come to class. It can be our class topic or anything that has to do with math, actually. And there are no exceptions. You must have a question. If you have a question about J1Q, bring it to class today or on Monday, and I'll try to clear it up if I haven't already. Next, if you need some special accommodations, if you need extra time, if you need extra technology or whatever, contact Disability Services immediately. I think this is the right number, 503-5199. Also keep in mind that in addition or even before contacting Disability Services, check with me. I'm very sensitive to any kinds of disabilities, so please check with me. In addition to what you can get from Disability Services, it's very likely that I'm going to help you even without the help of Disability Services. I'm all for you, okay? Next, you can pause here and read through this, be on time, get a seat, be ready to take notes, stay in class, don't leave early, stay alert, don't fall asleep, of course, turn off cell phones, beepers if they still exist. Don't talk with your class while the instructor and others are speaking. Wait your turn. Use good manners. We're all here together on this planet. We should treat each other with the utmost respect and, I should say, love. Ask questions at any time when it's your turn. Work as expected on the data is due, done neatly, and I would prefer it in pencil just for your benefit. That way you can erase if something goes wrong. I need to read it. Now, while you're doing your homework, make sure at the top of your homework page you show your name, what the assignment is. For example, section 2-1 or section 7-3, and the date would be good too. Calculator, you might have a question about calculators. You can use anything you want. If you want a suggestion, here are the 2 that I use and carry in my briefcase normally. You need a scientific graphing calculator. I'm going to give you some tips on things you can do with those. Two that I think are outstanding as far as text instruments calculators are concerned are the TI-84 Plus CE, I left out the plus, sorry, and the TI Inspire, the non-CAS version. If it says CAS on the top right of the calculator, that's not one I would recommend for you. If you want to know why that's the case, we can talk offline. One reason is it can do some more things that really I don't want you playing with. But more importantly, if you get that calculator just for this class, and it's the TI Inspire, where am I? There we go. One more. If you get that TI Inspire, if it's non-CAS, you'll be able to resell it pretty easily. If you have the CAS version, you might experience some difficulty. It's a fantastic calculator, but it might be difficult selling it if you want to, or passing it on to a sibling or a friend. Last of all on this page, remember, as I mentioned earlier, we are a team. Work with me so you can be successful. All right. If you notice anything in class that keeps you from doing your best learning, let me know and I'll try to make some kind of an adjustment. Remember, the best email, is saylormath@outlook.com. I would suggest you even try sending an email, just a test one, say, I'm just making sure you're here, Mr. Saylor. That's good. Cell phone for emergencies. Now, one tip on this cell phone thing. If you do contact me by cell phone, please, for your benefit, don't text me. I do not text very often, and so I might not see your text for several days. Whereas if you use the email, I check that many times a day, and I can get back with you quickly and hopefully successfully. If you need some kind of other arrangement, let me know. If we need to meet a little bit earlier or later after classes, let me know. We can set up something. And last on this page, I might send you some information. I might send you something special. I might send you we're going to have a quiz tomorrow. Check Blackboard for announcements and check your email at least daily. I would recommend like morning, noon, afternoon sometime, maybe once in the evening again too. Just in case I run into something and I think, my students really ought to know this. Anyway, next. First assignment, write a paragraph about yourself. The purpose of this is so that I get to know you. And you can write anything you like, make it as long as you like. See if you can beat the world's record. I think the world's record is like 4 or 5 typewritten pages. First of all, type it up. Get it to my office by Monday. That gives you the first class period, all weekend, and get it to me by Monday. I want to get acquainted with you, know a little bit about you, maybe hobbies, things you're interested in, interesting things you've done. For example, if I were writing one for you, I might say, would you believe that I actually raced on the Daytona Beach International Speedway? Yes, I did. On foot, but I did race on the speedway. About a half a mile on the infield and the rest of it on the actual track. So write that up, get it to me, and also please send a copy to that saylormath@outlook.com I mentioned, just in case there's something I see there that I think, gee, I'd like to respond to that. I'd like to open up a short discussion on that. I can do it easily if you sent me an email. I can just hit reply, chat away, and maybe get some answers or just share something. Assignment number 2. Watch the first lesson on YouTube for section 2-1. Complete the exercises, and those exercises are found in the syllabus, which is in the course documents section of Blackboard. The assignments are always due the next day of class after we've talked about that particular topic in class. So you watch the YouTube video, bring your questions to class, we talk about it. You can work on the homework in class really, and the assignment is due the following class period. So that gives you plenty of time to get it in. All right. This is for your information only, and notice that it's definitely not official. This is my rendering of it because I like this format. You can notice that one of them is in red here because that's when one of my classes has their final. And let's see, well, you can pick out what you need, and that's just about it. So let's get started. It might seem like it's a long way to December. Oh, it's going to be so much torture, right? No, let's have some fun. Force yourself to have fun. And I'll see you in class. Until then, bye-bye.